A lot of trends start in big cities like New York, then trickle down to the rest of the country. What we're going to talk about next is a craze that's really taking the opposite path. Ever considered raising your own chickens? Well, here's some food for thought.
Our backyard hobby is raising chickens in the city. We're literally, 5 minutes from Lower Manhattan. My son Seamus, at some point when he was growing up, I had said to him, he says, "Oh, we should get some chickens for the backyard." Here we are today with about 75 chickens in our lives. My chickens love to eat everything. They eat meat. We don't feed them
pork
chicken
products. They love pork products.
They love bacon. They love
sausage.
Yeah.
Love it.
Yeah, we have a contract with our chickens. No lay, no stay. As long as you're laying eggs, you're welcome to stay. I think nearly every member of our family has had a chicken lay an egg in their hand. Oh, I think that's more than a dozen. More than a dozen. So you can't get any fresher than right from the chickens to the table.
Thank you. You're welcome.
Just imagine a just laid egg, a soft boiled egg, and you're dipping a piece of really good bread. It's the best meal. It's fantastic.
So good.
It really does make you aware of what you eat and how easy it is to do. It's easier than a dog. It's something that we did on a whim, and it's been fun.
My husband has convinced me to get into chicken raising.
We were supposed to be 3.
Hey, look, your sister.
And then we found out that you can really only order them in 6.
Then, lo and behold, we've now ended up with 17 chickens. My father-in-law thinks that we're nuts.
We have computers and cars and everything else, so we're not just living in the middle of nowhere.
Ta-da!
Eli really took to them. Every night before he went to bed, he says, "Dad, I gotta say goodnight to my baby chicks."
Hey, look, that one's standing up. Look.
They have personalities, different birds that have just little different quirks about them. If we end up, not only the eggs, but if we end up eating the chickens, it's like, well, they've had a good life here.
We are the Chicken Club.
Excuse those chickens. Here, chickens. Here, chickens.
In June, when we said we were getting chickens, the other Bronx principals, they said, "Oh, you guys are ridiculous. I can't believe this." But now they're all jealous.
2, 3, 4, 5,
They all want our chickens.
I love to collect them all. Ooh, I found some eggs.
Today we had 42 eggs, which is uncanny. So they're special ladies. It allows us to give the kids something they can touch and feel and smell and taste, which they do.
I'm gonna say that our egg salad is ready.
This is my first time at school with some chicken. Usually I see the chickens at store eating them for dinner.
At first it was total chaos.
They're chasing the chicken, they run away.
There's a solid group who will, herd the chickens into the coop.
And enjoy the eggs. Tell them.
There are some less fortunate families in the school who we identify and give the eggs to. The South Bronx is changing, and this is evidence of it. And to have the kids be part of that change is remarkable.
And Declan Walsh is the head of the Red Hook Brooklyn Poultry Association. Declan, good morning. Thanks for being here and bringing your fine feathered friends. And we should mention this Poultry Association consists of you, your wife, and your 2 kids.
Yeah, 3 kids.
3 kids. Yeah. Okay, who are over here, and they've been helping us round up the chickens. The first thing that struck in my mind, chickens in Brooklyn, that it must be against the law.
No, absolutely not. New York City is one of the best places to raise chickens. There's no cap on the number of chickens you can have. You can have as many as you can keep clean.
But you can't have a rooster, right?
No, you can't have a rooster because of the noise. And we've had a rooster, but we had to take care of that.
And where do you start with all this thing? First of all, you guys were just on a farm in Pennsylvania and got the idea, right?
Yeah, we were at a bed and breakfast in the Amish country, and my son had said to me across the table, "Oh, Dad, is this where we're getting the chickens?" And I'm like, I must have lied to him somewhere along the line. And I'm like, okay. Well, we ended up driving back from Lancaster, Pennsylvania with 4 Rhode Island Reds and some barnwood.
And then in general, though, where do you get them?
Well, most people get their chickens in the mail. You have to buy, we order from a large hatchery in Iowa, for the Araconas.
Live chickens.
Live chickens come in the mail. They're just hatched, and then you get 2 dozen. They come in a little cardboard box. And our local post office in Red Hook, they know us already, so we get mail on Sunday. The guys come around, they knock on the door. Oh, the chickens are here, because we get a batch every year.
Just a couple bucks per chicken.
Yeah, it works out about a couple of dollars per bird.
How do the neighbors react? You don't have roosters, so there's no morning wake-up call. But how do you got a farm in your backyard?
Yeah, my neighbors are really good with it, and it's actually, we have a dog also, and we find it much easier to get somebody to take care of our chickens than we do our dog, because there's a built-in incentive. You get that great egg. It's like, will you take care of my chickens? And they say, sure. Well, you get the eggs. So.
Any bad encounters with the neighborhood cat?
No, actually, the cats don't bother them. But just this week, we have had a visit from a raccoon. So we're now into a new chapter. What will happen with this raccoon visiting?
Which gets to the whole idea of habitat. I mean, we've made this makeshift one with the hay, but you have to have a whole. Well, a chicken coop, right?
Yeah, you have a hen house in which there are nesting boxes, and then we have a chicken run which for the growing season in the summer is enclosed. But for the rest of the year, we give them the whole backyard.
And it's all about the eggs. Big difference in the eggs.
It's all about the eggs. The eggs, these chickens, they eat everything we eat. What makes the taste of your egg different is what you feed your chicken. They eat what we eat. They love Chinese food, Thai food, pasta, pizza. They eat everything.
All right.
We have no food waste.
Well, all right. Well, Declan, thanks for coming along and bringing your friends. And by the way, this is looks like a turkey. I just wanted to point that out. It does. We'll be right back. But first, this is Today on NBC.